And if you look back to your career, now almost 30 years in the post-production industry, what was your biggest learning up to this day?
Yeah, there had been several things. What I learned from myself the last years is, not to overpace myself. So to force myself too hard, to give it time. And I changed my working style a little bit. I think it started 9 years ago. I realized I need some time out of walls. I don't want to be always in the studio, and I bought myself recording gear. What I really like is because it's like, like a virus. I'm always running with open ears through the world and listening to stuff. And there's a fun story about the last project. There's a automatic door, and I'm living in Berlin at Europa Center. I'd been with my wife, and she said, let's go there. I found something. We need to buy that. And was like, okay, interesting. We're going for shopping. Yeah, nice. There was that automatic door, like screaming. Yeah, and 1 hour later, I was back on my own recording that door because it was totally clear I need that in my sound archive. And there are several things like that. I love it to, focus on how to make things better and judge my own stuff and make it better and find out what's the problem, what's the issue, what you can like make better on your gear or so. And I had the Sound Devices Mix-Pre 6 recorder. And I realized, okay, most of the time I don't need that many channels, and it's fucking heavy, man. So, and I bought the Zoom F3, this like nothing, and I have it like sticked on my windshield, and it's like a pocket recorder, but very professional. It depends on the microphones you use. These things are always on my mind to make things better, but what I started, don't overpace it. It can be a terrorist because you feel it's not good enough. You need to be better. And you have to find the right balance. And this is, I think, last decade was the strongest learning curve to realize, be patient, take your time, do it over and over and over again, and it will grow on its own because, it's like a mantra. And it's getting better on its own. Yeah. And you can't force it from one to another day. It needs time.
When I was a sound effects editor, like 10 years ago, I was only using sound library assets for my design. Yeah. And I layered everything. And I was very good at that. Yeah. I didn't need too much processing on it. And maybe that's also a lost art. That's something an audio director, a very senior audio director from Canada told me. That many young sound designers nowadays don't know how to do that anymore. Yeah. For me, that is basically unimaginable because that's still my approach. But now, as I'm a Foley artist for more than 7 years, full time, going back to sound effects editing, I would always have my little corner in the back of my edit suite and record my own sounds all the time before I even go to the library. Yeah. I would try and record as much as possible, and of course including field recording. Yeah. And that is something I realized over the years, and that's also part of my mission nowadays, that I want to enable people to do that more and more. Yeah. And so many people cannot afford a professional Foley artist with a stage and a mixer for their project. So, if they can change from using a MIDI keyboard with sound effects to recording that in their home studio or edit suite themselves, that is already a big step forward for media in general.
Definitely.
I really want to go for that and enable people and make this happen. So what is your vision for the future for yourself and for sound?
I think there are many things coming up in the next years. There's this big topic with AI but I'm not scared at all, because I think the moments we generate, they most of the time they had something in relation with our faults and errors, and you can't program error.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that maybe you do something like you have a rice cooker or whatever thing in kitchen equipment, and is close to break and not working properly. And then you realize, wow, this is a great sound. And then maybe you got the experience like I did in the last years to use like contact mics or whatever to have a certain sound out of that. And maybe this is the next spaceship sound you need, or whatever pulse generator thingy in your movie.
So you're saying that's something AI cannot do?
You can do. I know that.
Do I understand it correctly?
Yeah, no, you can do that. Everybody can do it. It's just a moment.
No, I mean, that's something AI cannot do. What you just described. That's what you mean.
Because I'm quite sure, because it's databases and informations from things. Judge it as this is a good, so we put it in. They don't bring in the faults and the mistakes. And most of the time in creative work, is it music or art or whatever, is the moments and the mistakes and the faults make it so special. So there I'm a strong believer. You don't have to be afraid. And on the other hand, there's so many great stuff like denoising thingies and machine learning, and helping us so much, because it's not that great interesting thing to to hear crappy production sound. So it's really right now it's really nice to have tools to make, and then it's better, not perfect, because perfect only can be when you have a perfect recording. You can shit is shit. It's maybe afterwards is golden shit.
And again, what's perfect?
Yeah, and again, what's perfect. But you know what I mean. When you have
nothing is perfect.
No, but when you have a really good Foley artist and a real like super duper experienced Foley mixer, in that combination you bring out gold. Like and you know that you're doing that stuff. Sometimes you put two things together and you never put together, and then you have a certain sound. You think, whoa, I never realized. Okay, I take this umbrella and that shoe and I knock it here on the box because of the resonance, and wow, what's that? It's kind of whatever, elephant kick you needed for something.
Elephant with dragon wings.
Kick. What do you think?
Like you mean with AI?
Yeah. Because it's a really tough question and a good one too. What do you think the future of sound will be? More opportunities? Like that it's not so super special, that more people can enjoy doing what we do and making some money out of it?
Basically, I don't know that, but I'm sure that people that know that they want to do it, they can do it more easily than what we were up to back in the days. Because the access to information is a lot higher. And now with the internet and social media, everyone can promote themselves on a big scale, and making use of that is such a great opportunity for everyone who is willing to do that. So I think the opportunities, they are there. There's so much media going on, and the more clever ideas you have, the more stuff you can do these days. It's not about only that stuff that we do, like recording sounds or layering or editing for films. You can do so many great things now, developing apps, developing whatever tool digitally or service, that enables maybe others to do their work quicker. I just bought an app for syncing the offset of the Pro Tools with the TV. We had this tool, Sync Check, the physical tool.
Yeah, I have it too.
back in my.
I have it. I have the gray
I
box.
wanted to buy it.
I have it still here.
There are not many of those items. You can see that when you have it in your hand. Like they're like almost each one is built custom. So that was also the price range for that thing. But now with this app that is also calculating the offset of your phone first and then measures the picture correctly, that is a revolution for everyone that is working like us, you know? So 44 euros for that tool is just a game changer.
Yeah, we can't predict what's going on in the future, but we need to make it in a good way and not this fighting for stuff. I think this will be the future for our sound community. Yeah, and to do it more together, you know, not like I learned like 30 years ago when I was as a young sound designer with a re-recording mixer. He was like, my secret sauce is here and I don't show it to you. And years later, and I had some people, and I learned them how to edit sound or do sound design or manipulate sound effects or whatever. I was like, why not tell them? You know why? Because this is my past. They're coming new stuff. I do new stuff. But I can tell them the old stuff, and maybe they see our good ideas and they alter it in a different way and have different goals with it. And I love that. What I hate is this competitive fight against each other shit. We had that like 1,000 years. Come on, stop it.
I think also the times of gatekeeping are over.
Yeah, true that.
And
true that.
The age of sharing, you know, is here. Yeah. So I enjoyed it also a lot.
Yeah, me too.